it seemed a little ridiculous.
Why does this dude look like when Will Ferrell used to dress up as Harry Carey on Saturday Night Live?
Hi, everybody. Harry Carey here.
All right, the guy clearly has a strange affect to him. It looks like a cross between Malcolm Gladwell and Kramer from Seinfeld. But he came on Tucker Carlson tonight, and we're going to look at this interaction, this interview, and we're going to learn something from it. We're going to break it down. It's pretty entertaining. We're going to learn something about vocal tonality in the process. So this guy's name is Robert Hawkett. He's a Cornell Law School professor, and he's an advisor to AOC. And before Tucker lets him come on, he gives a monologue. And the monologue, of course, is very one-sided, and it kind of backs the guy in a corner. It's tough to come on the show when you've already been painted into a specific picture. But this guy doesn't do himself any favors once he comes on. So let's watch how this breaks down.
All right, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says her Green New Deal will save the planet. In exchange, we just give up cars and airplanes and rebuild every structure in the United States. We'll also, by the way, need to invent brand new forms of energy that science hasn't conceived of yet. How much will this cost? That's unclear. How will we pay for it? Unknown. Who will make this happen? Well, workers, obviously, though anyone who is, quote, unwilling to work will still get paid by the government. In other words, not all of the details have been ironed out as of tonight, and that's why we're grateful that Robert Hawkett is here. He's a law professor at Cornell. He's advising Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on the Green New Deal, and he joins us. Professor, thanks very much for coming on. So
Thanks,
can I just
Tucker.
ask the obvious question? Why would we ever pay people who are, quote, unwilling to work?
We never would, right? And AOC has never said anything like that, right? I think you're referring to some sort of document that some doctored document that somebody other than us has been circulating.
Oh, I thought that came right from her. That was in the background or from her office, is my understanding.
No. She's actually tweeted it out to laugh at it. If you look at her latest tweets, it seems that apparently some Republicans have put it out there. I don't know the details.
Good. Well, then thank you for correcting me. I mean, because it seemed a little ridiculous.
All right, so this Green Deal document came out, and it's pretty ridiculous. Even people who support AOC realize it's ridiculous. So this guy comes on Fox News and just denies everything. No, we didn't say that. No, we didn't say that. No, we actually are laughing at that. She put a tweet out to show that she doesn't agree with it so much she was laughing at it. He's completely denying it. But look at his body language. Look at this frame that we stopped on right here. Very nervous. Touching your face, touching your neck, touching the back of your neck are all signs of nervousness.
And thank you for correcting me. I mean, because it seemed a little ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as the idea that we're going to build enough light rail to make airplanes unnecessary, which I think actually is from the plan.
I don't know where you got that either, Tucker. So where's the airplane disappearance coming from? I'm not really clear on where that originated.
Well, I could actually get it for you.
So either this guy is so uninformed, it's laughable that he's representing her and has no idea what her deal says, or they realize the version that they published is so far off that he was just like, I got to use plausible deniability and just say I have no idea where you're coming up with this stuff, and then trying to explain what he thinks is a better version of this.
No, wait, but hold on. I don't want you to back away from what she herself has said.
I promise you, Tucker, I won't back away from anything she said. Indeed, we're pushing forward, right?
Then she said, well, yeah, at high speed.
Very high speed.
We're going to support.
That's a weird stance, too. Look at the hand, kind of tucked underneath the chin, but in a weird way with one finger out.
Plant all fossil fuels in 12 years.
Yes.
So
notice some of this body language here. He's clearly not comfortable. He's tugging at his shirt. He's got his hand kind of tucked awkwardly under his chin. And I get it. Not everyone's completely comfortable when you're being interviewed on Fox News in front of hundreds of thousands of people, but he clearly is showing classic signs of stress.
Of course,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to correct. I just had, because this seemed like we were making news on this show. The unwilling to work thing was in her backgrounder. That has been absolutely confirmed. You're saying no.
Definitely not.
Okay, so NBC and lots of...
Definitely not.
Okay, let's learn something right here. In addition to the entertainment, what are you seeing right here? Okay, Tucker, he points in his ear. He has a document in front of him, and he has his whole team that's been scampering to confirm this information that says, yes, it is in the document. And he calls this guy out, but this guy is speaking with such a confident tonality that Tucker doesn't know what to do, right? He knows he has all these different sources saying this, and this. That's true. It's in the document. But this guy is speaking with such certainty that he doesn't know what to do. And I like to kind of equate this, the confidence that somebody has in their tone of voice when they're speaking is so powerful that if you were to sit someone down who's dying of thirst, right, they have to drink something, and there's 2 glasses in front of them. One of them has water with poison, and one of them just has regular water. And there's 2 people advising them on which one to drink. And one of them is a poison expert, and one of them is just some layman who doesn't know anything at all. And the expert speaks with no confidence. She's like, I did some studies, and this one seems to be the one without poison. And, I'm the specialist. I do this for a living. And then you got another guy who's like, absolutely not. This is the one you need to drink. Even though we know the expert is the one we should listen to, we're going to have a hard time not taking the advice of someone who speaks with higher confidence. And this is a great example of this laying out. Tucker has all his cracked sources and the hard document right in front of him, but this guy is speaking with such confidence. Listen to him right here.
The unwilling to work thing was in her backgrounder. That has been absolutely confirmed. You're saying
definitely not. Definitely
then
not.
He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to believe. It's a hard thing to do. And if when you speak, you don't feel like you come across as confident as this guy, I'm sure you've even seen it around your workplace, people that speak with confidence, even when they're not right, people listen to them. If when you speak, people maybe don't give you the attention or respect that you need, I've got a free checklist. You can touch or click up here on the left side. I don't have time to teach about it in this video, but it's going to go through 5 things that is going to immediately increase the power of your voice so you sound more confident. You sound like you know what you're talking about, and people listen to you and people respect you.
But the story all day.
Yeah, I think that was actually in the document. I
He's
read as it came out.
He's still confused. He's literally had probably 10 people tell him at this point, listen, hold his feet to the fire. It's in the document. But the guy is so certain Tucker's still kind of light-footed about it. No, I think it's in the document.
I think that was actually in the document. Yeah, I think that was actually in the document. I read it as it came out.
Well, it's the wrong document, Tucker.
It's definitely the wrong.
Yeah, that's not us. No, we certainly don't believe anything like that.
So after this interview aired, Cortez's chief of staff admitted that they posted a version of this document that they ended up changing and taking down and bringing out. It was considered an early draft, and it was unfinished and doesn't represent the Green New Deal by mistake. And then Hockett came out and said later that he regrets that he unknowingly was speaking about 2 different documents and a different one came out. And I'll let you make up your mind on that. Do you think he was intentionally lying on the show to cover up, or do you think that he really didn't know? I'm not sure. That's for you to decide. But I'll tell you this, the one thing that I want you to understand is his presentation and how it threw Tucker off. You need to understand the power of that tonality. And also, have you ever seen Edward Scissorhands clap at Trump before? In this video, I break down Nancy Pelosi at the State of the Union with this strange clap that she does behind Trump. And more than just laughing at that as a meme, it's actually very telling about a new strategy that I think the Democrats are going to be using against Republicans, especially in this coming election. So if you want to see that video, you can click right here, and I'll talk to you about it there.
No, you said that you loved me, but you walked out the door. No, I gave you my heart, babe, but you tore it down. Say you're leaving for good, and there's nothing left for me